Hello and welcome to Always Elite. Today we're going to review AEW Dynamite on September 30th, 2020. First up, it goes right into a match with Ricky Starks and Darby Allin. Early on, Darby showing his technical skills with some nice submission moves. Later on, Cage comes out, and so does Will Hobbs to block Cage from entering the ring. And they fight on the stage for a little bit, which allows Ricky to recover from all the damage that Darby had done earlier to take control of the match. Darby actually hits a coffin drop and gets the W, which is kind of anticlimactic to their feud. I hope this goes on a little bit longer. Then Cody comes down to the ring. He says, wrestlers need each other. That's why they always shake hands. It's not out of respect, it's because of a need for each other. Says he got a call from Hollywood and he jumped on the chance to go. Says while he was gone, he didn't know who he was. I mean, who was he, when he was out in Hollywood filming whatever it was he was filming, a TV show or something. He was a nobody compared to the other people that were on the panel with him. Says he says no to Brody Lee's challenge as the EVP of the company because he enjoys being EVP. But he said yes as a wrestler. So that match will take place next week. Dog collar match between Brody Lee and Cody. Immediately after that, the Dark Order come down to attack Cody. All hell breaks loose. All these wrestlers come out and try to break him up, and there's several others fighting. It was very chaotic for a few minutes. Then Tony talks to FTR, says best friends are not on their level, so they don't deserve a shot. Now, SCU, on the other hand, they deserve a shot because they were the first AEW Tag Team Champions. As they were saying that, Matt Jackson just comes out of nowhere and super kicks Tony Schiavone. Then SCU in another segment right after says FTR is playing checkers while they're playing chess. Then it goes right into their match, the FTR versus SCU Brush with Greatness match, 20-minute time limit. For the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Match opens up with the game of one-upsmanship. Christopher Daniels shortly thereafter gets ejected for doing nothing. Cash claims that he tripped him, and the ref believed him. Cash gets the hot tag to take out FTR, but after some trickery, FTR take back control. This match was pretty damn good, I'd have to say. I think it went about 15 minutes, so it was pretty damn good. In the end, Tully holds Scorpio's feet so he couldn't kick out of a pinning combination. FTR retained their titles. Next, it's Isaiah Cassidy versus Chris Jericho, which is the match I was anticipating watching. Unlike everyone else here, I sing Chris Jericho's entrance music, Judas from Fozzy, from his band, every time he walks out. I'm not one for that kind of music, but this song I don't know, it's really catchy. Let me know in the comments below if you do the same thing when you see Jericho and his entrances and stuff. Let me know if you sing his song, because I highly doubt there's anyone out there that doesn't, or hasn't at least once. Jericho taunts Cassidy right away, but Cassidy attacks Jericho as soon as he turns his back. Cassidy turns the tide later in the match, throwing Jericho into turnbuckles. Cassidy uses all of Jericho's finishers, but can't put him away. As Cassidy comes off the top rope, Jericho hits the Judas Effect elbow for the win. Right after, the Inner Circle come out and jump Cassidy, but Matt Hardy and Mark Quinn jump in the middle of the ring and chase off Inner Circle. Then it's Orange Cassidy versus 10 of the Dark Order. 10 is impressive early. Maybe that's because Orange is still hurting from the week prior from the beating that Brody Lee gave him. Orange quickly hits the beach break for the win. Then MJF walks into the Inner Circle's dressing room, gives them all jackets except for Sammy Guevara. Jericho asks MJF if he wants to join the Inner Circle. You know, they go back and forth. The old thing they used to do, do you want to join? Do you want me to join? Do you join? You know, they did that a couple of times. And then Sammy, right after they walk out, Sammy goes, "Man, what a jerk." And Jericho goes, "No, maybe not." Because this sowed the seeds that they were planning earlier, that were running around the dirt sheets, that Jericho's going to kick Sammy out. And MJF is going to be the cause of that. So MJF joins, or is he going to take over Jericho's spot? That's a question to be answered later. Next, it was Britt Baker versus Red Velvet. Britt works over Red's arms quite a bit here, basically throughout the whole match. Baker is just beating the crap out of her for 5 minutes. Baker wins with a stomp a la Seth Rollins. After the match, she just locks in her finisher, her real finisher, the lockjaw. Now it's main event time. Eddie Kingston comes out to pick Jon Moxley's opponent for the main event for the AEW World Title. But before that, he addresses that he never tapped out last week to Jon Moxley. And he brings out Bryce Remsburg and accuses Bryce of, you know, I thought we were friends. You know, you were supposed to not do anything. All that stuff that he wanted them to do. But then the Butcher sneaks up from behind Moxley, and Kingston says, "Your opponent is the Butcher," and Butcher just attacks him viciously. Butcher is very dominant early on through this match. Through the first 5 minutes, Moxley had one shot. He virtually had no offense whatsoever. Turns into a slugfest. Butcher has been working on Moxley's knee all match. Moxley couldn't hit the paradigm shift because of that. But in the end, he uses the Bulldog choke that he used last week on Kingston, and the Butcher taps out. Moxley retains his title. So that's the end of Dynamite. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And until next time, always be elite.